Thank you to Liquid IV for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Well, hello there, citizens of the Reject Nation. I want to start this video off by immediately saying thank you. And the reason I am saying thank you is not only because of everyone who bought this new Choose Your Doctor shirt. Thank you very much. It's so quickly becoming one of our top sellers. Very proud of that. Actually, the reason we want to say thank you is because Ellie from Who Culture hit us up on our Instagram.
Right, she did.
And noticed how we've been shouting her out. And I know that is not because she watches our shit. It is because you guys, some of you guys must have said something to her, and that is why she got notified. So thank you. It is one of those things where, you know, we're fortunate enough to be in a position where, you know, once in a while someone like a super duper famous might actually shout us out or say something, and it's pretty cool. And a filmmaker we might love will contact us or say something to us. Something kind of hits a little different when it's like a YouTuber we love.
It's like someone who's like almost a peer but is also sort of up here in terms of like what the content is and how good it is and what the top, like, you know, it's like the top of the Doctor Who content food chain right there.
Oh, absolutely.
And like the fact too that it was like, hey, I wasn't in that episode, but thanks for getting so excited that it could have been me in that episode was like a really fun way for that to come together.
Yeah. So thank you guys for supporting us here. And with that in mind, we are going to watch the next episode of Doctor Who. John, before we get into it, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling all right. It's been a busy morning, but a decent morning, and I'm excited to be here with more Doctor Who. It's been a minute since we've done a video. It's the weekend anyway. How are you?
I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm feeling relaxed and getting used to saying stuff like that. So thank you guys for being patient with me. Thanks, John, for joining me again. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's get to it. You know what to do. Take a sonic screwdriver to that like button. Be very much appreciated. Subscribe and click that bell to get notified when our reaction for the next episode of Who is up here on this channel. And Patreon, that is, of course, where you can get the full-length reaction watch-along, where you sync up with your own copy of Doctor Who. We are, of course, watching this off the D+, because we Americans. And Patreon has been a fantastic lifesaver for this channel. Not gonna lie, it has been, you know, at times, a little more than usual. So I would say a lot more than usual with the copyright claims, and I keep hoping that it's gonna like slow down, and it's not really slowing down. So thank you, patrons, for consistently saving our butt, and hopefully you're enjoying what you get over there. And also sometimes we use the Patreon as a way to, you know, answer some direct questions for the podcast that we've been doing. So thank you guys for supporting us. And of course, if you're a patron, you are able to get a discount at rejectnationshop.com. But if you want to just get right to the website, then you can do it right here. There's a barcode on screen you could scan. Of course, we got your Choose Your Doctor shirt and a bunch of other tees as well. Great t-shirt department that we got here at Real Rejects. Everything created in-house. So thank you guys so much for supporting us. And let's watch this next episode of Doctor Who, a fandom that I have really loved being a part of lately.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys.
A long time ago, back in the village when I was a small boy,
Man's getting a haircut.
fire was eating the forest.
Cool. That is beautiful.
I ran to the river with my little cup to get water.
Smart man.
A blue box appeared in the sky.
Ah,
cool.
Oh, that's cool. It's part of like historical, cultural.
And
He came as a firefighter.
until all the fires went out.
Is he cutting his hair or something?
He landed the box in the middle of the burnt forest and started scattering fresh seeds. I went over to thank him. Are you a farmer?
Nope.
No. I am the doctor.
That's right.
Is he going cutting his hair?
Whoa! Nice transition into the drip.
We shook hands, and that's how we met.
And that's why I hate him and I want to expose him on live TV now.
You're sure that this doctor will come?
Yes, he always comes when needed.
I wish he had a brother called the Farmer.
The doctor! We need him now! It needs feeding!
Oh, whoa.
It needs feeding.
It needs...
What
Whoa,
the hell are
we're doing the
that
theme
is
of the
cool.
painting? Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Nice transition. Yeah, the painting motif was very cool.
I just want to say, you know, none of the other doctors before seem to go and help out African culture. I'm just saying. Now,
Always showing up in very Anglo cultures and societies.
I haven't seen any classic Who, and maybe I'm forgetting an episode from New Who. Just Just saying.
The story and the
You
engine.
need to get me home.
I promise I am doing everything I can.
And now we're going to watch that adventure? Or is this post that adventure?
We can boost the Vindicator if we go to, of course,
Go to Africa.
Lagos, Nigeria.
Or Nigeria.
It has the largest communications technology market in Africa, and it is near Omo's palace.
Ooh.
My favorite barbershop, Omo, the owner, is a friend of mine. We met in a fire.
Hey, let's
okay.
go.
So this is after it.
2019, a great year.
'Twas. The Vindicator does look like an electric guitar, which does give me Bill and Ted vibes, and I don't know if that's in any way intentional.
I'm not human. I am an evolved life form.
So is Ncuti Gatwa.
My body changes a lot.
Yes.
It's the first time I've had this black body.
Ooh.
Some parts of the earth I'm now treated differently.
Yes, that is
Got
true.
it.
But here, in that barbershop, I'm accepted.
Oh, that's cool. They're going to actually lean into it.
We laugh, we tell stories.
Treat you like one of their own.
Huh.
Give each other crap, but in a loving way.
Interesting.
You say you're not human, but that's the most human thing ever done.
Exactly, yeah.
Feeling like an alien.
Well, it's interesting because like he's more like a specific race now. He might be able to actually connect more with humanity more than ever because he'll be inducted into a very specific part of culture.
Yeah, totally.
Like the specificity actually makes it more universal.
Oh, wow.
This is gonna look so nice.
They shot this on the volume.
I was about to say. Didn't go on location, support any local economies. Let's CG that shit up.
Oh man, I would love to watch it behind the scenes on this.
Yeah, same.
Learn like the development of how this came to be.
Oh, this is so cool. Oh. Turn back.
Not today.
Nice angle. Always want to go to a Nigerian haunted house.
Hey, it's his friend.
No!
They've all went missing.
Homo.
Said they have to feed it, so it must be one of a god.
Maybe.
Will they make it like an African god?
Ooh. Salon barbing station. Love the music this episode too.
And that is why the tortoise has a cracked shell.
Omo!
Flashback.
Hey!
Come on.
No.
Whoa.
Present.
Whoa. They're in like a vortex.
Told you he would come.
Damn, his hair. How long's he been there?
Omo, who does he think he's talking to? Wait, you're on the missing posters.
Yeah, exactly.
All of you. They're on the walls outside.
Doctor, you haven't come in years.
And Stanley has slipped. Damp and misty outside, dusty in here.
It's not me. New management.
Oh no.
Welcome. I've been expecting you.
Who is this guy?
Why are they on all the missing posters?
They cannot leave. No one can.
He's using that like a microphone.
You are the all-knowing doctor who is supposed to save us.
Save you from what?
Rest, Joe. Fugama. He hasn't been in years. He doesn't know. He never makes appointments.
He never makes appointments.
Who's next?
What a sinister ass barber.
Whoa.
Oh, weird. It's like a chia.
Once upon a time, a great musician, Yo-Yo Ma, was traveling through Botswana collecting local music.
All right.
Yo Ma?
Yo-Yo Ma said, stop, I have to write this down. He wrote a bit, then said, carry on.
Moving paintings on the television like.
But the shaman sang a completely different song. Sing the first one. The shaman said, Nakanoto. The first time, an antelope was in the distance. Clouds covered the song. Second time, clouds are gone, antelope disappeared. The song changed.
Power of
Great
inspiration.
transition. Damn.
In the old days, music was a live thing. But after Industrial Revolution, people became obsessed with producing identical things.
Oh, this is cool.
That is a solid ass commentary.
That is why we say we will come at 1, but won't arrive till 3.
The drawings in the window are a visual interpretation of his story.
What is that?
And they're all connected. The windows, chairs, his clippers.
Let's get a haircut.
And you must tell a story, Doctor. You must feed it. It is always hungry.
What is it?
Is he a god of stories?
Maybe. I mean, it's a fundamental sort of ritual that we all do.
And the stories preserve history. The stories keep history alive.
Oh.
Wow.
Oof.
There's so much like intentional yet jarring editing.
Yeah. And this lighting effect in the TARDIS is bonkers.
I mean, the red light is reflective of what's going on inside of the barber shop. The lights go off in the barber.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I know that face. Why do I know your face?
It's the master.
Until they show back up, I'm just going to assume everybody could be the master.
She told me that they both used to work for her father. He was mean, so they left. And they're keeping you here until we reach their destination.
Whoa.
Which is what?
We're traveling. It's the barber. He turned up one day and offered to give me a haircut.
Oh, strange.
He brought out his own clippers.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as they touched me, a sort of current just ran through the whole shop. And like magic, seemed to transfer itself, its soul to him.
Wow.
Tried to stop my clients, but the shop demanded a select few.
This dude just appropriated his bar.
The ones who loved this place,
Wow.
they pushed in. These are men I've known for years.
My regulars.
They're like sons to me.
My most trusted regulars.
Paying sons.
My paying sons, yeah. Supply and demand.
Whose story will enchant us now? Huh? I don't have any.
You don't have to say anything. I'll speak.
Yes. Whoa. Whoa. Ooh.
That is the coolest clip I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Tell it for us. It will be easier for you. A big story.
I like how the camera movements follows. It will
Yeah.
go like steady, then angled, and then steady back. It's
Good
centered.
call.
Belinda, after a 13-hour shift, she was done.
His pictures are alive.
She was going home, and she heard something.
Hey.
They're very alive.
Need bloods, X-ray for a chest, and IV fluids.
Oh.
Have you considered steroids?
Well, for a chest infection.
You're way more than a nurse.
Thing is, she's got rheumatoid arthritis. Might have put herself in an Addisonian crisis.
Oh,
Oh,
she's
my
got some
goodness.
like healer intuition, huh?
An Addisonian crisis can present like this. It happened to my nan. Without steroids, she could die.
I saw it on House.
You're right. She's yours.
It's my nan's birthday.
Oh my God.
Sacrifices she has to constantly make.
All night, she guarded that frail life.
Whoa.
We're speeding up.
Where are you headed?
Fighting her tiredness
Oh.
until the doctors wheeled her away.
Cool shot.
What if he doesn't finish his story by the time
Yeah.
his hair is done?
It's about pacing too.
Belinda.
Hey, there she is.
Don't be silly. I'll be there around 7.
Hey, they listened. She wasn't at the end this time.
Up on your feet. Wow.
I know what you did for me.
Aw.
Oh,
You saved my life.
that's so beautiful. Oh. Hugging someone else's nan.
Batteries are full. Fullest they've been since the early days.
Whoa.
Man, he gives good haircuts.
Ooh.
Comes back even way bigger.
Everyone's Harry Potter.
You all right, Omo? His stories alone can superpower the engine.
Lured him.
This changes everything. We'll get there sooner. You can finally take the throne and rule fairly.
Ooh.
I must recalibrate the engine. Check the stasis field for structural damage.
Oh, man, they're going to bleed him dry.
Oh, golly. Gotta fly to space Wakanda.
I wonder if, like, it'll be one of them Doctor Who twists where he should actually help them.
Yeah, where they're not like evil, they're just stuck in a bad situation.
Otis! Locate origin! Barber Shop.
Never seen the film Barber Shop.
You planned this, Omo.
I have to get these men home.
Yeah, because I have no
Damn.
home abroad.
Doctor, you have stories. That's all I was thinking. I love this shop.
Damn, no, you betrayed him, dude.
I thought it was a home for me.
Damn.
Dang, dude.
Open the door and go.
We can't.
You can.
There's nowhere to go.
I opened it from the outside.
It's different from inside.
Yes.
he knows that all too well.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
insanity. Damn.
The TARDIS shop. Oh my God. Whoa. What a view.
It's like a train.
Crazy. Space train. It's like a
Like Wild Wild
it's like a
West.
spider. It's a big mechanical steampunk spider with like African flair. That's so cool. So cool.
Awesome.
Weaving yarns.
This is a great mystery unfolding.
Yeah, and cool bottle episode without being a completely bottled episode. Ooh. Oh.
It's young Belinda when she was a black child.
That's right. Origins.
The shop is in outer space and in Lagos at the same time.
It's a paradox.
That structure that I saw, the Nexus. I used to call it the World Wide Web. There is a time-space compressor that goes between, that is built into the door frame.
Whoa.
That only lets her and myself out. We control it.
Give the boys some access codes. Come on.
Where are we going? You'll find out soon enough.
Space Wakanda.
Come on, John.
Doctor.
No! Damn!
It took you long enough. Alarms in the TARDIS must have been going off.
Yeah, nearly blew my ears off. You're the nurse from his story.
Oh, crap.
Your companion? Did he leave you behind? Tell you to wait?
Is she a former companion or some shit?
I'm trying to place it, man.
Doctor, what's going on?
All he has done is stomp around giving people awful haircuts. He hides his identity like a coward, a troll on the web.
Troll on the web.
We will live, yeah! There is nothing that he can do! He has no real power.
Yeah.
You want to know who I am?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Oh, crap.
Holy shit.
Let's see. The man-spider.
Man-spider.
Saga, the Norse goddess.
Oh, wow. He's multiple gender. Any gender, too?
Dionysus, the Greek god of theater. Even Loki.
Who is now god of stories.
I have been them all.
Hope none of that art was AI.
In many worlds, in many incarnations, it does not matter what I am called.
Ooh.
It matters who I am, what I do.
And what is it that you do?
I begin all things.
Damn.
Use of different sound design motifs are so smart.
I am the spark, the seed, the dark nucleus.
Jeez.
That tells the truth, the well of words.
Bars, man.
The Godfather Griot, the jelly before.
Every hair is a strand of stories.
And this is my domain.
This barber shop.
It is a realm of stories.
Yes, and you were all those story lords.
Yes.
All those gods. You sure?
Are you
He took it.
This is a good speech, man.
He's lying to you. I met Dionysus. We drank so much wine we caused a drought in Athens. Saga and I watched Marvel movies up until Endgame.
Disney synergy.
I played chess with Bastet. I let her think that she let me let her win. She kicked my ass thoroughly. Purposely lost the bet to make me marry one of his daughters. I know the gods.
Are any of these previous
You're
episodes?
not them. Tell the truth.
I don't think that Marvel episode happened, John.
I want to see the Doctor watch Endgame.
I was once human. Whenever we told story, the storytelling gods would grow in power.
Ugh.
Gods needed to strengthen their bonds with humanity. Wherever they told stories, I went. I told them the legends, cleaned them up,
You're like their herald.
so that the gods could be worshipped. That was my job.
Yeah.
They only exist now.
They in that
Because
one
of me.
razor?
So you kept their stories alive.
And you're the uncredited one, too.
Yeah.
And the Nexus?
I wanted something like the brain that could expand. I took a strand of their god's blood and essence and built a model,
Whoa.
a web-like structure. Then they expanded to what you saw now. Plus
Amazing.
connecting concepts, culture.
America.
How did you collect the stories?
I started small.
Oh, and now he's cutting his own hair and telling a story.
A Catholic church confession box, a coal-powered theater, an electric cinema.
Hey.
Hey, there it is. Lux.
Until I had the idea to power the vehicle with stories.
Space opera.
I primed the Nexus so well that it worked without me. So they threw me out of my life's work. All I salvaged was my story engine.
Story engine.
We will have vengeance.
You're going to be locked back up when you stand. Whoa.
Damn, that is
so
terrifying.
cool. Terrifying as well.
Abby, the daughter of Anansi.
Never would have got there.
That is your full name, isn't it?
Don't you dare speak it.
Never would have concluded this.
I grew up trapped with Anansi, terrified someone would win me in a bet. I'd heard about you, traveling through time. I had faith you would help.
Oh, shit.
Reject Nation, summer's coming up fast, which means we got beach days, hikes, maybe 1 or 2 outdoor shoots lined up, maybe. And if there's one thing I've learned while getting in shape this year, it's that hydration makes a huge difference. Back at the end of January, I weighed 218 pounds. And as of the last time I weighed myself, I'm 179 now. 6-pack Greg coming in. I need it for the summer. But in all seriousness, Liquid IV, and these are bags I bought. They didn't send it. I bought them myself. Liquid IV has been a constant in my life. I take one at least once a day. The one I mainly take is their sugar-free hydration multiplier, especially their raspberry lemonade, my favorite. It's real simple. You just tear it open, pour it into 16 ounces of water. You can either shake it, mix it, you're good to go. Sometimes I mix it with my protein shake to give my protein shake a little bit extra flavor. I especially use it after cardio or during long work days, and even on rest days when I want to stay sharp. It's just a great pick-me-up. It feels so good. And Liquid IV, one of the advantages that they have 3 times the electrolytes than your leading sports drink, plus 8 essential vitamins and minerals, and it's powered by LIV Hydrous Science, which basically helps your body absorb everything fast. It's vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, and seriously, no artificial junk. So if you're gearing up for a better summer, looking for a good midday pick-me-up, you know hydration's important, the multitude of reasons to support your body and also to support the channel, Liquid IV actually helps. So you can go to liquidiv.com and use code REJECTS to get 20% off your first order. That's liquidiv.com, code REJECTS. Thank you again, Liquid IV, for partnering up with us yet again. Love you so much.
Instead, you left me. I'm here because of you.
Whoa. Whoa.
I was a fugitive back then.
Snap.
Wow, when he was temporarily the doctor?
Yeah.
I was busy in a different story that might be finished one day.
That's cool. Brought her back. Is that the same actress?
I think so, yeah.
Where are we going? To the heart of the Nexus.
To install the shop there and make him storyteller supreme.
Wow.
That is what he's told you. That he's going to become everything that he hates and despises.
Jeez.
You are planning something. What?
Whoa.
Well, there's nothing I can do. I'm trapped here.
Wow, a human thirsting to be God because he wasn't recognized.
Tell me to cut them out of memory. The gods, all of them.
Yeah, erase the stories.
Oh, this is a big revenge story.
From the story web, cutting them from their essence will destroy them.
That's the idea.
That would destroy your father.
This is my gift to you. Remember what he did to you?
I don't know if she wants that gift, man.
Humans are tied to the gods. Destroying them would harm the very essence of humanity.
Whoa.
How would they pass on tradition? You knew about this plan.
Is this what you want, Abena?
Whoa. Yeah, get in there, Belinda.
This is a collective decision.
Abena, hurt people. Hurt people.
Yeah, they do.
I will talk. I will tell a story.
Yep.
Again, the music changed. Music really is a character.
In a time of slavery, the slaves who broke their chains and escaped would return to try to free others. Slaves were not allowed to carry paper. They were always stopped and searched. But the women were very clever.
Like a Harriet Tubman.
Hair could be braided to the scalp, bending and curling like robes or paths.
Maps.
So the women would weave maps into their hair.
Wow.
Did that really happen?
There.
Oh, awesome.
All done.
Cool.
What is the map? Did she just give him a map to get out?
I think so.
Belinda, now.
Ooh.
Man, it does look good on him.
Fascinating.
Oh, what a cool shot to go from center to tilt up above.
Oh my god.
Cool camera work. Damn.
Yeah, nice.
Damn.
Oh my god.
That was awesome.
Whoa.
Going back in. Oh shit.
The story
Wow, it's like a brain and a tree.
Yeah.
And a bunch of faces. It's some type of centipede.
Wow. It's also kind of like lungs.
Beating heart inside a brain.
Brilliant. What else is a story?
Sure. Oh.
What else could hold all stories?
Great personification, yeah.
Get away from my heart.
Oh, it's like Davy Jones.
Yeah.
We are still on track, and then I will cut them off. All the gods, they will shrivel up and die.
You did all this to kill them.
He's Gore the God Butcher.
This is your ego.
Want to hear a story?
No, don't
Really
give him
short,
any more
really
power.
short.
Really short.
Write me the shortest story you can. He wrote it in 6 words.
Yeah. I love like a...
Born.
Ooh.
I die.
I'm reborn.
I'm reborn.
I'm born.
Hey.
I am not connected to you.
No, the engine is connected to me. My stories.
You're a godlike.
On.
Do what we're doing. Just this once.
My body is like a barbershop. All of them inside.
Yes.
He's taken out a third of the engine. You can't process that power. Your engine could overload and explode.
Exploverload.
You will not do that. Would you?
Would you?
The stories say you protect life.
That is what I am doing.
Yeah, bro.
I control the engine. You control the doors. Let them out.
Let him out, man.
Let them out. It's like one of them's a brain, the other's a heart.
Huh.
I want you to live long enough to write it.
Yeah, man.
Don't let this be how your story ends.
Come on, man.
There they are. Go, quick.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. Whoa. Wow. What a machine.
Spooky.
Whoa. Oh no. The Orb Weaver.
He rescued us, but you kept us alive.
Aww.
I've spent my entire existence serving the gods. What will I do now?
Keep collecting stories. Start your own barbershop.
I thought you could handle anything.
I can, because you look after me too.
But you're part of my community. I should have protected you.
Oh. Hey. Oh.
Could never keep up with the handshakes.
I understand if you hate him.
I would have that in my heart.
Oh, that's a way to put that.
Hurts people, hurts people.
Did you see a child?
Child?
Ghost child. Spooky ghost child.
Oh yeah, little girl.
But the stories were leaking out.
Okay, you have to tell me about Omo.
There's the ghost child on their little TARDIS.
Uh-oh.
Once upon a time.
Hey. Maybe it was the timeless child.
Heck yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, first off, I want to thank Prepper for editing down these highlights. You guys have been tasked with a lot lately, and your ability to stay consistent has been remarkable in the midst of a lot of workload. So thank you guys for consistently delivering the goods, allowing these videos to be made public here on the YouTubes. If you're listening to us out or Spotify, or maybe on our Clips and Shorts channel, we got a Clips and Shorts channel now, by the way. We just watched Doctor Who, the latest episode. I'm going to hand it off to John. What I will say is we don't have too much time to talk. And I will say the one thing first is this might be my favorite episode of the season.
Yeah.
But John, I imagine you have a lot to say. You're pretty vocal throughout, so please take it away.
Yeah, I love this. And I mean, I think this has been a strong season. There have been a lot of striking episodes, but this was definitely like a really nice... it's interesting when a show like Doctor Who that's like anthological can give you sort of like, oh, this is a breath of fresh air. I'm used to variety, but, you know, this feels like something kind of new and untrodden, and I loved the idea that we would start the episode off directly kind of acknowledging, like, we have it happen in other contexts when we go to the past or whatever, but, you know, for the Doctor to actually be like, I am now in this black body and it gives me these different experiences and I'm privy to a different kind of inroad into human culture this way. I thought it was really interesting and a lovely thing to touch upon. And I feel like this is an episode where I am anxious now to hear other people's opinions, especially like to hear the opinions of like Black folks who might be watching the show, because I'm sure there's a ton of cultural stuff that, we are not exactly directly privy to. But I really like the way that it seemed like they really immersed themselves into the culture here with a simple touchstone at the start, the barbershop. It's something that exists here. I'm sure it exists, in any part of the world where Black culture thrives and flourishes to some degree or another. And yeah, I feel like, the theme of this had to do probably heavily with appropriation, this idea of, I have been here telling these stories and they have been, taken and people have run with them and they've forgotten who authored the stories, who collected the stories, who, has been out here, risking whatever and, putting the energy into keeping the stories alive. And that's, to me, that touched into like the way that, the sounds of a lot of music and the timbres of a lot of art are traced back to Black cultures and African cultures that are, erased when those stories and sounds are taken and run with by other people who maybe don't even mean it maliciously, but are causing, again, the authors or the originators to be forgotten in some way, shape, or form, and to have a character who, is sort of driven by this want and this desire and this, sort of endless search of, the recognition for being the custodian. And you don't get the sense that it's like a completely selfish thing, like it's because that acknowledgement has gone, unacknowledged. It hasn't been presented for so long. You get his bitterness, and you get why he would want to kind of create this realm of stories where he can be in control and can obliterate the gods who have, sort of, not given him his due for helping keep them alive and helping keep them, relevant to all of humanity. I thought it was a really neat and interesting personification. I loved the, design of this episode, from like the little flourishes like the clippers or the moving paintings that tell the stories, the touching on, it's like the cornrows thing. I don't know if that's 100% true. My guess is that it is, because that just sounds way too plausible to be a fabrication. Comment below if you know. But, that I thought was a fascinating thing. And I love that they used that and it felt perfectly in line with the episode, in line with the show, but also, like a kind of fantastical or a new interesting thing to do, a new clever way to work out of a situation. There's so much to say about this, but I thought this was really, really cool. And I'm really glad that they took the time and compiled such a wonderful cast to do it with. What did you think?
Well, like I said, I think it was one of the best episodes. This is my favorite episode of the season, and I think that it's one of those where, with any show or movie, you try to figure out what they're talking about, what they're saying, and then at the end of the day, all you can really do is go with your point of view or your own interpretation of what they're saying. And I can only leave with my point of view here. And what I think this was, at least what it highlighted to me, when you cast Ncuti Gatwa to be the first Black Doctor, male Black Doctor, actually, now you think about it, looked it up while John was talking briefly. Joe Martin is the doctor from before.
Yeah.
And Ncuti Gatwa, there's like two versions of how you could go about when you do a different race or even gender. Is you either just treat it like it's normal and you don't really acknowledge it, or you lean all the way in.
Yep.
And I think with Ncuti, they have progressively leaning more in as time has gone on. And this is the most lent in they've done.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes specificity actually equals more identifiable traits, equals more empathy, equals more universal speak versus separating or feeling niche. Like this is a very hyper specific episode of race and culture and appropriation. And I think that the way they handled it, while being a bottled episode by having this one motif where you can technically venture into like different little short film vignettes, was so smart on like a structure level. And it got me thinking about quite a few things thematically that were a little bit more outside of specifically African culture, which Yeah, I'm not going to be the guy to talk about that, really. Like, that's the part of the coolness of getting Ncuti Gatwa is that you can really lean into this and perhaps explore an element or a side of culture that perhaps doesn't get explored enough in this type of genre. To me, that's just awesome to see. That's the kind of diversity I like seeing. And this, so to me, what I was thinking about was how, in a lot of ways, the Doctor can be considered a god. And in some ways, he is like the god of stories, the god of collector of different. He traverses the universe, traverses different planets, traverses time, and helps out and collects stories and culture and everything. And what they talk, the way they illustrate the gods here in this show has been about gods who weaponize power, and power being more of the focus. They even liken that to human beings in this episode, when they're talking about, hey, the people, they produce music. It was a thing that was alive. And then as metropolises grow, as industrialization happens, suddenly we are now going like, how can we ape this? How can we copy it? How can we monetize it? What's the factory version of this assembly that we can put together?
And how can we keep it like frozen in time and perfect?
And then how can we control it? And how do we control the people? Because human beings who often reach for such a level of power want to be, that is their weird version of connecting, of being like God. So gods equaling power, and you have the Doctor here who could very much be a god. It does not weaponize that power, which then drives home further the strength of that's what makes the Doctor special. Like, you even have the Barber is a great example of someone who is mistreated by individuals with power, and now he seeks power. Now he wants what he feels is owed to him. Now he wants recognition, and then that lack of empowerment from people in power breeds resentment, breeds rebellion, breeds anguish, breeds vengeance. And I think they managed to communicate all this in a way that managed to flow whilst being like, no, the true people in power should be the ones who know how to connect the most to humanity. And people in power should be helping people less fortunate than themselves. And that is the Doctor. He is that great illustration of what makes the Doctor, the healer of the people. And, you know, then to top it all off by having something that has amazing camera techniques, has great, you know, like everything felt very precise. When they wanted to mix up their angles or keep this in a longer shot or do these little zoom ins and going over like his hair for the map and then going up on the ceiling, watching them navigate a map that looks reflective of his hair. I'm like, damn, this is fucking cool. Yeah. And then the music here for the thing that calls attention to music very early on. The whoever composed this was fucking brilliant, because it felt alive. It felt like there was like a band off screen, or like they put them in a room and it was just like flowing.
It felt like the music was motivated by that thing he said about, like, you know, the song, when I played it the first time, there was an elk over there and there were clouds, and then when I played it the second time, it was a totally different situation. So the music's different, and it felt really personified. It felt like a personification of that.
Yeah, I agree. And everything you said, absolutely. I would completely echo all those same sentiments. And yeah, on top of that, with like great performances from everyone all around. This was one of the, like, this is like a cacophony of stuff that managed to feel like an appropriate cacophony. And sure, it'll ruffle some feathers for some stupid fucking reason, but I thought this was a great episode.
Yeah, absolutely. And to have the resolve be that he just goes and takes over the barber shop. He's handed down this place of stories from somebody else who's been the custodian of this place. I thought was really nice. And also just the personification of like the story engine. I thought was really cool. It's like, a brain with a heart inside. What a great metaphor. Also, too, it kind of resembles lungs, which you use to provide the air that takes the story flight, you know. And the all the different artifacts that power the engine, calling back to the Hemingway things.
Oh, like, the razor.
And the razor, like the design of that.
Buy that.
I know.
How cool would that?
I'm like,
what a cool Doctor Who like Easter egg like toy you could buy. That was a fucking cool ass like. That was a really badass. That would be me appropriating African culture thing, but
that's the razor I want. Yeah. Well, but too like even that thing of like that because like there's that whole thing about cornrows and like when white people get cornrows and stuff like that, and people are like, you don't quite understand. Like it was great to be struck with that.
I never was aware of like anything about hair culture being. I thought it was more like, truth be told, like a part of stereotype that I could not talk about. Like black people in the barbershop, like more of like, I always say that it's just a community, a communal thing that black people would have.
But
but the whole thing with like the hair specificity, I'm like, oh damn, I never even like considered that was a thing.
Well, and you can then again, provided that all this is based on like accurate culture, then you can sort of trace the roots of like, oh, no wonder a barbershop has this sort of cultural significance as being like a place of gathering because there's probably earlier versions of that, and like
not just in America.
Totally. And so that idea of like, oh, it's not just about like it's our thing, it's our style. It's like there was a purpose here that is also now being completely erased from this tradition. And so like to be struck with that was really cool. And that razor, I saw it and I was like, man, whoever made that, if they can make like the next sonic screwdriver,
I know, right?
That would be wicked sick. Like that would be very cool.
We do got to get out of here. We have to make this one a much shorter one. But I love this episode. I thought it was great. No notes.
Love the spider.
Normally there's like at least one thing I would say, being like, what I could have used more of, or maybe they could have changed this. And this is like this is the first episode this season where I don't have like anything that I would rather change. That's because I just don't want to look racist.
Great. No notes. And even the timing, like it didn't feel too rushed. Like I feel like of all the pacings of the episodes of the season, this one has felt increasingly proportional, and this one feels the most proportional yet.
And very Doctor Who with dialogue that felt like lyrics and poetry. It was very poetic dialogue that was gripping, like it was written,
And you hope to get back to hear his 6-word story.
You do, yeah.
I am born, I die, I am born. What a great way to charge it up and to have this climactic story-based moment.
Great character arcs around. So thank you guys for joining us. Can't wait to watch the Who Culture video on this. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next week, Whovians. Peace.